Hello students, how are you all? So we have done with nutrition in plants and let's now continue our second chapter, that is nutrition in animals. Now animals are heterotrophs. They obtain their food from animals and plants that feed on plants. Now depending upon the food they eat, animals are classified as herbivorous animals, carnivorous animal and omnivorous animals. You have studied in your sixth class also that herbivorous animals are those animals that feed on only on plants and their various parts. Example: cow, buffalo, goat, deer, rabbit, horse, and elephant. These are all herbivorous animals. Carnivorous animals feed on the flesh of other animals, जो कि मांस पर निर्भर होते हैं. These animals are lion, tiger, leopard, and etc. Omnivorous animals, these are those animals that feed on plants and as well as on animals. For example, crow, man, pig, cockroach, earthworm, etc. These are so simple terms. Let's now continue to the next topic. Now we have studied the heterotrophic nutrition, autotrophic nutrition, and saprophytic nutrition. But those terms are related to only plants. Now, the term related to or the mode of nutrition in animals is known as holozoic nutrition. Some animals are parasites, some are saprophagous, and some are scavengers. Now, what are parasitic animals? Parasitic animals are those animals which obtain feed and shelter from the host. That is, they depend on others. But they may be endoparasite and ectoparasite. Endoparasites, endo means inside. So endoparasites are those animals which live inside the host body and derive nutrients from host body fluid, blood and टिश्यू. तो एंडोपैरासाइट्स वो एनिमल्स होते हैं जो कि किसी अपने होस्ट के अंदर जाते हैं बॉडी में और वहां से अपना न्यूट्रिएंट डिराइव करते हैं. वो न्यूट्रिएंट वो कहाँ से लेंगे? उसके बॉडी फ्लूइड से, ब्लड से एंड उसके टिश्यूज से. For example, malaria. Malaria is a parasite which lives in RBC. RBC is red blood cells. Flatworm and roundworm which lives in intestine and liver. Second term is ectoparasite. Ecto means outside the body, such as ticks, mites, and bedbugs. They cling on the body surface of their host and suck their blood. वो जो खून चूसते हैं. Next term is saprophagus animals. They feed on dead and decaying organic matters. For example, earthworm. You all know this. Scavengers, they feed on the body of dead and decayed animals like crow, vulture, and jackal. These two terms are different. Saprophagous animals are those which feed on dead and decaying organic matter, जो कि एक matter पर depend होते हैं. And scavengers are those animals which depend on dead and decaying animals, जो animals पे depend होते हैं. Now the next question, what is the process of holozoic nutrition? So in holozoic nutrition, animals ingest complex organic food and their food contains complex nutrients. एनिमल क्या करते हैं कि वो कॉम्प्लेक्स ऑर्गेनिक फूड को इंजेस्ट करते हैं. इंजेस्ट इज खाना, अंदर लेना मुंह से. बट देयर फूड कंटेन कॉम्प्लेक्स न्यूट्रिएंट्स. जो वो फूड इन ऑर्गेनिक मैटर, जो कॉम्प्लेक्स ऑर्गेनिक मैटर वो इंजेस्ट करते हैं, उसमें बहुत सारे कॉम्प्लेक्स न्यूट्रिएंट्स रहते हैं. So the body can use these nutrients only when these are digested and broken down into simple soluble compounds. अब ये न्यूट्रिएंट्स बॉडी के अंदर तभी यूज में आएंगे जब ये कॉम्प्लेक्स से सिंपल सॉल्युबल कंपाउंड में ब्रोकन डाउन होंगे एंड दीज मॉलिक्यूल्स आर एब्सॉर्ब्ड बाय द इंटेस्टिनल wall. So for this there is a process of holozoic nutrition. which involves 5 steps. The first step is ingestion, second digestion, third is absorption, fourth assimilation, and the last process is egestion. Now let's move on to the ingestion part. As I told you, ingestion is engulf the food in mouth. It is the process of taking in the food item from outside into the body through mouth. There are different organisms which use different method for this process. For example, ingestion in amoeba occurs with the help of pseudopodia, which encircle the food organism. Pseudopodia are the false feet to which they encircle the food organism. This we will study in later in this chapter also. In paramecium, the hair-like ciliary process sweep food particles towards the mouth of the cell for ingestion. As you can see in the picture, paramecium, there are small thread-like structures out on the outer surface of the paramecium. These ciliary processes sweep food particle towards the mouth. For example, next example is hydra. The stinging cells on the tentacles kill the actively moving prey. The tentacles then push the food organisms towards the mouth. As you can see in the picture, the small hair-like structure or the small hand-like structure are known as the tentacles. The tentacles kill the actively moving prey and then push the food organisms towards its mouth. The mouth of the hydra is known as hypostome. Bees, butterfly and hummingbirds, they suck the nectar from flower. Spiders weave a web around their prey. Frogs catches insect by throwing out their long sticky tongue. You can see in the picture also. Snakes like python swallow the whole animal much broader than their mouth. स्नेक्स लाइक पाइथन वो क्या करते हैं, वो पूरे के पूरे एनिमल्स को स्वेलो कर जाते हैं. एनिमल्स सच एज काउ, बफेलोज, हॉर्सेस, डियर एटसेट्रा बाइट एंड च्यू द फूड डायरेक्टली इन देयर माउथ. Mosquito and leeches suck blood. Carnivores like tigers and lions ambush the prey and feed on their flesh. They depend on the flesh of other animals. So these are different organisms or different animals or their different processes for ingestion. Next topic is digestion. Digestion is the process of breaking down of complex insoluble organic compound into simple soluble molecules by the action of digestive enzymes. डाइजेशन वो प्रोसेस होता है जिसमें कि जो कॉम्प्लेक्स ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड है, जो एक ठोस ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड है, वो स्मॉलर मॉलिक्यूल्स में, सिंपल मॉलिक्यूल्स में ब्रेक डाउन होता है. और वो किस तरह से ब्रेक डाउन होता है? बाय द एक्शन ऑफ डाइजेस्टिव एंजाइम्स. But the digestion process involves both physical and chemical action. Physical action is chewing inside the buccal cavity. Buccal cavity is mouth that breaks down the solid food into smaller pieces with the help of the teeth. Now, second is churning in the stomach that makes a fine paste of the food and mixes it with gastric juice. As stomach secretes some gastric juices which makes a fine paste of the broken down food. Second is chemical action. Chemical action involves the action of enzymes on nutrients, as enzymes break down the nutrients into, for example, carbohydrates into simple sugars, for example glucose, fats into fatty acids and glycerols, proteins into amino acids. These are nothing but the simplest form or simplest compounds which are broken down. The third process is absorption. Now the food is broken down. Absorption is the process by which simple molecules of digested food are absorbed through intestinal wall and transported to bloodstream. अब इस प्रोसेस में क्या होता है कि भाई जो हमारा सिंपल कंपाउंड आ चुका है हमारे पास, जो ब्रोकन डाउन कंपाउंड हमारे पास आ चुका है वो अब एब्जॉर्ब हो जाएगा विद द हेल्प ऑफ इंटेस्टिनल वॉल एंड ट्रांसपोर्ट हो जाएगा हमारी बॉडी में थ्रू ब्लड स्ट्रीम. The next process is assimilation. Assimilation is the process of utilization of absorbed nutrients by body cells for energy and for formation of new protoplasm. Protoplasm is the living content of a cell. Now in assimilation process, utilization of absorbed nutrients by body cells for energy and for formation of new protoplasm. यूटिलाइज करते हैं हम उसको जो एब्जॉर्ब्ड न्यूट्रिएंट है उसको एनर्जी के फॉर्म में एंड फॉर्म करते हैं हम न्यू प्रोटोप्लाज्म को, न्यू कंटेंट को किसी भी सेल के. The last process involves the egestion part. Now, egestion is the process of getting rid of undigested solid part of food and it is also called defecation. Egestion में क्या होता है कि कुछ फूड ऐसा रह जाता है एनिमल्स में जो कि डाइजेस्ट नहीं हो पाता है और वो अनडाइजेस्टेड सॉलिड पार्ट ऑफ फूड बॉडी से बाहर निकल जाता है थ्रू द प्रोसेस ऑफ इजेशन. दैट इज ऑल्सो नोन एज डिफेकेशन. बहुत सिंपल है याद रखना. फर्स्ट स्टेप था हमारा इन इजेशन. इजेशन इज engulfing of food into the mouth. Second is digestion in which complex organic matter is broken down into simple organic compound. Absorption is absorption through the intestinal wall and transportation of the digested food. Assimilation in which the utilization of absorbed nutrients by body cells, and egestion is thrown out of the undigested food. Thank you so much students, and if you like the video please like, share and subscribe. Have a good day all of you.